Welcome back to Farm Simulator 22 tutorial series. Today we've plowed, we've cultivated, we've bought land, we've bought equipment. Part 3 in this is actually buying seed and planting. So here is one way, there's probably other ways to do this, but what I do, you go to Clever Motors here, the shop, and now before you buy any kind of seed that you want, you're going to want to check calendar, see what you can plant. So right now we're right in the middle of canola planting season. So we're definitely, and you might want to look at the prices too, seeing what you're getting. I mean, when you have multiple things on the calendar that you can plant, like let's say over here, you might want to look and say, okay, what's going to make me the most income? So right now canola is getting all the prices are on the rise. That's per 1,000 liters. So we're gonna get some canola oil. I don't know if you have to set this select seed to canola before you buy, but easy way to do this: go into the shop, go into big bag pallets, and get seeds. Buy a seed. It says you can fetch it at the shop. We're gonna fetch it at the shop. It's gonna be right over here. As you see, it spawns just like everything else, tractors, whatever you need over here. When you get close to it, it's gonna the controls are gonna change, and it's gonna say R to refill seeder. So we're gonna refill the seeder. As you see this down here, it's gonna load. It's at 55%. Could have probably put 2 to be safe, but we're going to close that cover. You're going to want to hit N to close the cover. And then go back to our field here, which is I purchased right down here. That way it's easy to show you how to buy things and get to the store pretty easily. So we bought these 2 fields. And we're ready to plant. Which is cool. It's exciting. I actually plowed and cultivated this the rest of the way, or at least cultivated it to be ready to plow. So what you're going to want to do now, if you try to plant something where you're not supposed to plant at that certain time, it's not going to let you. It's going to say you can't plant this fruit this month or something of that nature. But we have our canola seed selected. We're going to lower the power harrow, and we're going to turn on. And you're going to see it's going to be plenty of seed. It's barely going down. As you see, once you're doing this, you can most likely tell that it's on. Look at the way it's creating the rows. But it's also going to bring that bar down by your speedometer. It's going to bring that down. As you see, it's 994. Hadn't changed percentage-wise. It's good. Crows, man. Crows. So you're just going to want to do this. And you can lift it up, turn it off, so you save. Kill half my plants. Oh, I don't think I did though. I'm just gonna line this up again. Lower, and start planting again. Nice even rows here. And since I'm really not losing out on any money or anything right now, because I don't have any AI workers out there working my fields, which I end up might, I will speed this progression up. That way we can, actually we have fields to harvest over there, so we're just going to let this grow. And on our next video, we're going to harvest and show you how to harvest. I don't think I bought a trailer. I don't think. I'm going to have to look. We're planting canola, and so this is basically how we do this, as we go back and forth, planting the canola. Probably going to be a pretty short video. There wasn't much to show here. Anyway, this is just going to be a short tutorial of how to purchase seed as well as planting. Just basic stuff here. I just tried to back up like that so I didn't kill my field back here. So you look like a doofus. And we should have plenty of seed. It's only gone down 1%. We've done a few rows here. And you can hit cruise control if you want. It's going to go about 5, 6, sometimes 7 miles an hour, depending on if you got hills or anything on your land. I hit that 3 to go to cruise control. Don't have to keep holding that button down the whole time if you're doing this manually. To get best income, you're definitely going to want to do this manually, but sometimes it's definitely hard to keep up with everything, especially when you have multiple fields. So where these tractors turn like the damn Titanic. I actually watched Night to Remember the first time last night. It's a movie from the 50s about the Titanic. And it was actually before they realized that the Titanic, before they discovered the Titanic in separate pieces on the ocean floor. So I was sitting there watching it, you know, because I like studying history of old ships and stuff like that. So I've done a lot of research on studying the Titanic, and you know how the Hollywood, you know, the most recent movie is how it splits into the funnels fall over, you know, things like that and that nature. It was definitely different to watch it go down at a different perspective. I'm just going to do this too, but it's easier to do it this way. Kind of like I mow my grass, since I don't have a zero turn. Probably better to go in a straight line. But I mean, it's hard to tell. As you can see, this is cultivated, this is not. I mean, this is planted now, so I like how you can differentiate between what's cultivated, what's planted. Honestly, a pretty straight line. Yeah, we're gonna have to take one more pass at that line, which is fine. But our next tutorial will be harvesting, and how you harvest, fill up a trailer, and then most likely with that video we'll be selling. See that turn? Well, no, never mind. I did it from on the other side of that road that's not planted yet. Never mind. I was like, wow, that was zero turn. Nope. No, it wasn't. You planted on the other side of that first. Bummer. Now, all these tractors, you really gotta whale them to get them to turn. Especially if you got the wheel turned all the way to the right. To start going back left, you got to spin it all the way back around, you know. So in the meantime, if you're trying to reverse or trying to pick up a trailer or something like that, be cautious, because you're going to want to go pretty slow, because it's going to keep going that other direction because your wheel's not turned all the way yet. So a better way to counteract that is to get the wheel straightened up before you start going another way. The harvester is gonna end up being in my way. But I'm gonna do this row here, and then something's not right here. I lifted my power arm. I really noticed if that wasted seed by not planting anything, because apparently it doesn't. I mean, nothing really works going backwards. But either way, this is the basics of planting seed. Don't hit the wrong button. Like I just did, because I accidentally lifted it instead of turning it back on. People are like, this guy can't drive. Probably a fair assumption. Since we got probably a quarter of our field done, maybe a little bit. Yeah, about a quarter, I would say. We're going to finish this pass here. I'm going to end the video, and we will... I'm going to start working on harvesting one of these other fields. Now, what you're going to want to do here, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you what you're going to want to do if you're going to have an AI work on this field. Get this guy out of the way first. Alright. So you're going to want to go to your harvester and run into everything possible. And you're just going to want to get him out of here. For now. Just so you have room to do everything. Because when you hire an AI worker, it's not like they're going to hop out of their vehicle and help you move shit. You know, so to finish the job. Sometimes even trees and stuff get in the way, and they're a little fussy about it. But anyway, when you want to hire an AI worker, which is what I'm going to do for the rest of this field, while I work on another tutorial video for Tuesday, I think. I always get them set up, lower it, turn it on, start doing a row. Okay, and then if you want, you can hit H, and you see he's going to do it for you, which is cool. Especially when you have multiple fields or you got multiple things going on that you need to do. You can definitely hire an AI. I can do this. So he's going to do that. As you see here, this is actually not my field, but I was actually working on a contract. And I realized how big this field was. And I'm thinking, I'm just going to work on this in my spare time. I do have another save that I do on stream. But, so I might go back and forth between the things. I might do this in my spare time just to gain a little extra money. This is actually a pretty nice contract, if you want to look at it. $10,000 just for this, minus, you know, I think I borrowed this equipment. But $10,000 is not a bad amount. Because you got to think, you know, the time to plow, cultivate, seed, and then wait for it to harvest. Yeah, that's going to bring a big income to you, but this is something that, you know, while you're waiting, if you have all your fields growing right now, if you just planted and you have your fields growing, it's good to do some contracts or good to scout out what you're going to do next. I know in this video later when we get some money, which I might actually be doing in my off time, might be working on this just so I can get some money so we can have money to build a farmhouse, some pastures and stuff, and try to do some cows or try to you know, raise some cows and things like in that nature, because that was a lot of fun last time I did that. So thank you all for watching. I do appreciate you. I'm going to actually let my AI worker finish that field, and when we come back next time, we're going to learn how to harvest and sell. So thank you all for watching. I do appreciate your support. Everybody take care of yourself and of others. Until next time, stay safe. Have a good day.